Hello, my name is Kris Fulp, and I am the Programs Assistant at Walnut Cove Public Library. And this is another installment of the Back to Basic videos, and I'll be working with crochet again. And we are going to work on double crochet, triple crochet, and half double crochets. So this is a size N hook with some super bulky yarn, and we're going to start with a chain stitch where you do a slip knot. When you have your slip knot, you're going to insert your crochet hook and tighten it down onto the crochet hook, not so tight you can't move it. And then you're going to do your chain, and you're going to chain 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And from there, if you want to do double crochet, what you're going to do, if you were doing single crochet, you see the V's coming down and forming your chains, you would go into the second loop from the hook to do a single crochet. But to do double crochet, you're going to end up going into the third loop. But before you can just go into the loop, for double crochet, what you actually have to do is wrap the yarn before you go into this loop. So you're going to take the yarn and you're going to wrap it around your hook just like that. So you have 2 loops already on your hook. And then you're going to go into this third loop from the hook. You're going to insert it. You're going to catch your yarn and pull it through just like the beginning of a single crochet. But now you have 3 loops on your hook, and you're going to pull it. You're going to hook your yarn again and pull it through 2 loops. And hook it through and pull it through 2 loops. And you're gonna, so you wrap your yarn, you go into your stitch, and you have 3 loops on your hook. You pull it through, and you have 3 loops on your hook, and then you're gonna pull it through 2 and have 2 left, and pull it through 2. And that's how you do a double crochet. So let's do it one more time. So you hook your yarn, you go through your loop, and you pull it through. You have 3 loops, 2 loops, and then you're left with 1. When you reach the end of the double crochet row, in order to continue on in your double crochet, you're going to chain 2. From there, you're going to go ahead and wrap your yarn and turn your work. And then you can see the stitch you just left. So you can leave that, and you're going to go into the next one. This is going to be your 2 chain stitches that you started with becomes your first double crochet. You know, you get a little hole there if you do it this way. However, you can also go back and do your 2 chain stitches and not count these 2 chain stitches as your first double crochet and go into this very first stitch. That's going to push the end of your work out a little bit instead of leaving a little bit of a hole. So it's really up to you which way you want to do it, just you have to be consistent. Now if you're going to do triple crochet, it's the same basic concept as double crochet, but it is 1 level higher. So if you're going to do triple crochet, if you do single crochet, you go into your 2nd chain from your hook. Double crochet is your 3rd chain from your hook. So triple crochet is going to be your 4th chain from the hook. So that's this one right here. And you're going to wrap your yarn twice instead of the once you did for the double crochet. You're going to go into this loop. You're going to catch your yarn and pull it through. And then you're going to go through 2 loops, go through 2 loops, and go through 2 loops. So let's do it again. So you're going to wrap twice. You're going to go through, catch your yarn, pull your yarn back through, pull it through 2 loops, 2 loops, and 2 loops. So you're going through 2 loops 3 times, which is why it's a triple crochet. So one more time. You're going to wrap your yarn twice, and keeping this on there can be a little tricky. So you might have to hold it when you go down to go into your next stitch. And you put it through the loop, catch your yarn, pull it through once, then you're going to catch it and pull it through 2 loops, catch it, pull it through 2 loops, catch it, pull it through 2 loops. And that's what it's going to look like. So when you get to the end of your row, it's going to look like this. And that's how triple crochet looks. And in order to go up to the next level, the next row, you're going to chain 3. And just like with the double crochet, you can either count your chain 3 as your first triple crochet, or you can, if you do that, you have to skip this first stitch, or you can not count it at all and go into this first stitch. It's just if you go into this first stitch, it's going to push your whole work out a little bit, and if you skip it, you're going to leave a little bit of a gap in the work. But the way you do it, you've got your 3 chain stitches, so wrap your yarn twice around your hook, hold it in place, and I'm going to go into this first stitch. You go into this stitch, and you pull it back through, so you now have 4 on your hook, and you're gonna catch your yarn and go pull it through 2, pull it through 2, and pull it through 2. So wrap your yarn twice, and you're gonna go through into your stitch, hook your yarn, pull it through 2, pull it through 2, and pull it through 2. So the next stitch is called a half double crochet, and it takes up, if a single crochet takes up 1 row, then a double crochet takes up the space of 2 rows, then a half double crochet takes up 1.5 rows. And basically you start it the same way you would a double crochet. So you skip this first one entirely. This is the one you would go into. The second loop from the hook is where you would go if you were doing single crochet. And the third loop from the hook is where you would go if you were doing the double crochet. That's the one we have to go into. And you're going to wrap it just like you would wrap it for double crochet. And you go into your stitch. You're going to pull it back through just like you do for double crochet. This is where it changes. In double crochet, you would hook your yarn and pull it through these 2 loops, and then you'd still have a loop on there, and you'd pull it through the loop, this loop and that loop. And in half double crochet, what we're going to do is actually pull through all 3 loops at the same time. So let me show you that again. You wrap your yarn just like in double crochet, insert it into your loop, and catch your yarn, pull it through, and instead of going through 2 loops at a time, you're going to go through all 3. And that's going to be a half double crochet. So one more time, you wrap it, insert it into loop, hook your yarn, pull it through, and pull through all 3 at the same time. So when you get to the end of the first row of your half double crochet, you're going to do it just like you would with double crochet. So you're going to want to chain 2 and turn your work. You're going to wrap your yarn. Now here's where it gets interesting, because in half double crochet you have this row of these here, which as you can see looks just like you would expect with a double crochet, but on the back you also have a row of these. So you have to pick which ones you're going to go into, and if you go into these 2 back here, then it's going to push this one forward and leave a line on your work. Same thing, if you go through these 2, this is going to be a line on your work, and you just have to decide which one you prefer. But I'm going to go in the back 2 because they're easier. So you have the one here in the front, the middle one, and then the one here on the back. I'm going to go into these back 2. Remember, we've already wrapped our yarn. You're going to pull it through. You have 3 stitches on the hook. You pull it through all 3. So wrap your yarn. You've got 1, 2, 3, and you're going to go in these back 2. You're going to catch your yarn, pull it through once. You've got your 3 loops. Pull it through all 3 loops. And we'll do it one more time. So you have this one down here at the bottom, you have this middle one, and you have this one in the back. You're going to wrap it, and you're going to put your hook through your stitch, pull it through, and you have 3 on your hook, and pull it all the way through. My name is Kris, and we worked with crochet in the Back to Basics videos for Walnut Cove Public Library. We would love to hear more suggestions for what we could do for these videos. Please feel free to comment or let us know in person. Thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe, and thank you and have a nice day.